This is the Fifine Tank 3. It's a dynamic USB XLR microphone that has cardioid polar pattern, real-time monitoring, and sound-enhancing features. But are these enough to suffice your microphone needs? Let's find out. Just a quick disclaimer, Fifine sent this microphone for us to try and experience it. Rest assured that all views and opinions in this video are my own, and this will be an honest video. Inside the box, you'll see a user manual, a USB-A to USB-C cable for its connection, and the Tank 3 itself. From the looks of it, the Fifine Tank 3 is a heavy-duty microphone, but if we check it, the body is wrapped in a plastic-like material. If we inspect the body, you can find the mute toggle button underneath its logo, and beside it are the knobs for the sound gain and monitoring levels. And checking the bottom of the mic, you'll have an aux port for real-time monitoring. You'll also see the XLR port beside it, and a USB-C port for its connection. And according to the specification sheet, it also has a windproof cotton and noise-reducing silicone inside. In addition, you can connect this microphone to a boom arm immediately because of its connector arm. Unlike most USB mics I've tried before, this microphone doesn't need a ring adapter for you to connect it to a boom arm. Moreover, the Fifine Tank 3 doesn't have an RGB lighting. The only lighting you can see is the mute button indicator. And in case you're wondering, the Tank 3 weighs 511 grams on my scale. If we dig deeper, the Fifine Tank 3 is a dynamic type microphone with cardioid polar pattern and a frequency response of 50 to 16,000 Hz. It also has a max SPL of 120 decibels, which is generally good for podcasting and voice recording. And for those who don't know, cardioid mic pick up most of the sound in front rather than the sides and back, while max SPL is a feature of a microphone that tells how loud a sound can a microphone handle before it starts to get distorted. In case of Fifine Tank 3, sounds that exceed 120 decibels might have distorted recording. By the way, here's a quick demo of our recording below 100 decibels. One good feature of Tank 3 is the real-time monitoring when you're trying to record or when you're using the mic. However, I do experience an intermittent issue with Tank 3's monitoring. When I start to use it, there are times that it turns off. Aside from that, the sound coming out from the monitoring port is quite low even though the monitoring level is set to max. Hopefully, this is an isolated case and it only occurs on my unit. Now let's do some recordings for you to know how the output of this microphone sounds. So this is the sound of the Fifine Tank 3, and I'm currently in a room wherein there are a lot of background noises. For example, I have two fans beside me and the AC is turned on. As for the settings of the microphone, it's currently set to 100% volume gain, and the distance of the mic from my mouth is approximately 2 to 4 inches. So yeah, this is the sound of the microphone. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Now if I lean backwards and make the distance about 4 to 6 inches with 100% volume gain. So this is the sound of the mic. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Now I'm going to set it to 50%. And this is the sound of the mic if the mic is about 4 to 6 inches away from my mouth. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Now if I lean forward and make the distance a bit closer, it's around 2 to 4 inches. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. So yeah, that's it. So this is the sound of the Fifine Tank 3 in an environment wherein there are minimal background noises. As for the settings of the microphone, it's currently set to 100% gain, and the distance of the mic from my mouth is approximately or about 2 to 4 inches. So test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Now if I lean backwards, this is the sound of the microphone. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Now I'm going to make the microphone gain to 50%, while the distance is still the same. It's about 4 to 6 inches from my mouth. So test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Now if I lean forward and this is the sound of the mic if the volume gain is set to 50% or the microphone gain is set to 50%, and the distance of the mic from my mouth is about 4 to 6 inches, or sorry, 2 to 4 inches. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. So to compare the performance of the Fifine Tank 3, I'm going to compare it with the Mauno PD200X. This microphone is my go-to microphone. All of my previous videos, the voiceovers in those videos, were recorded using this microphone. So again, the same settings. The volume gain is set to 100%. The distance of the microphone from my mouth is approximately 2 to 4 inches, and we're currently in an environment or in a room wherein there are minimal background noises. So again, this is the sound of the PD200X or the Mauno PD200X. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. So again, this is the sound of the Fifine Tank 3. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. And upon checking, I cannot find any official software to fine-tune this microphone. But I think there are softwares or audio interfaces that can still enhance the output of the Tank 3. And regarding its price, the Tank 3 is currently priced at $80 on Finefine's official website. I also posted some links below. Feel free to check it if you're interested. I think the Tank 3 is more than enough if you're looking for a new microphone for online meetings and gaming, and you can get cheaper microphones for those types of tasks. But if you're going to use it in podcasting or audio recording, I think you'll need audio interfaces and outstanding post-production skills to produce decent sound quality. Additionally, there are some concerning matters about this microphone that I showed earlier. Hopefully, those issues only happen in my unit. So if you're really interested in this microphone, please check the recordings I showcased earlier and see if the output suffices your needs. And that's it guys, we have reached the end part now. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Till our next, goodbye.